水饺趴
So here
就这样点。
in today's TED Talk, we're going to be talking about how to lead in a crisis. So here, let's move on to the first discussion question. What do you think of the talk? So Evan, can you briefly let us know what your thoughts are?
Yeah, I think this talk summarized several important points for a leader to guide their decision during a crisis. So I think it is very useful for us. Yeah.
Do you think it's useful for your industry or for your job position?
I don't think these points are limited to any companies or industries. I think it fits to everyone, every group, for every leaders. So I think it is generous. It is in general. Yeah. So yeah, everyone can learn from the examples the in the talks and how to apply these points.
Okay. Wilson, what do you think about the talk?
Yeah, it is useful and informative, and this video is talking about how to deal with more uphill situation and how to be a leader. And the point is everyone could be a leader, and once you make a right thing, you make a right decision, and more important is be a leader is counterintuitive. So every time and everyone wants to be a leader, it's just like I want to control more and more power, but yeah, it's backfire. So if you want to be a leader, you need to share the power with your partner, with your colleagues. Yeah.
Okay, so that leads to my second question. So in your opinion, what type of qualities should a good leader have? Wilson, can you name one? And then I'll have Evan name another one. What do you think is one of the most important qualities?
I think the first is a leader can build a trustable environment, and we work with, yeah, they will let us trust each other and communicate fast.
Okay, so you mean to build trust and to communicate.
Yes.
Okay, open communication. Okay, Evan, what do you think?
I think an effective leader is someone who can guide the members in the group to follow or pursue a higher value in their life, and they can communicate to these people to persuade what is the value we want to pursue together.
Okay, so you mean to have a common goal? Is that what you mean by value?
Yeah, to set a goal for everyone, and the leader needs to communicate to everyone to persuade that this goal is the most important thing in our group, and everyone have to help the group to achieve the goal.
Okay. Why that one in particular?
Yeah, I think when I was in university, I joined a volunteer group, and I think when I was in the first and two grade, I mean that when I was a freshman and sophomore, and our volunteer team is a very big group in our university. We had a lot of students. They want to attend our volunteer group every year, and even we have to arrange interview for students. And I think during that period, the leader in the group, they have kind of qualities that can persuade all the people, all the members in the group, that we pursue a very good value of to help people. So everyone wanted to devote their time. That although we have a lot of homework, assignment, and studies, and they still devoted their time in the weekend and during the vacation to help the group do some volunteer work. But when I was in the first and the fifth grade, the leader in the volunteer team, they cannot how to say that, they cannot wake people why everyone have to devote their time in this volunteer team. So everybody, a lot of students, they just think this work is not very important in their students' life. They have other more valuable things they can pursue during on the campus. So the members dropped to very low during that period. So these comparisons make me to think about what is the most important quality as effective leader. So I think the conclusion is that leaders should create a goal for every member. And I know that because we are a democratic society, so everyone might have different opinions, but the leader have to communicate with everyone and persuade that our goal is valuable. So that is why I think this is a most important quality for a leader.
Okay, great. So we're in a democratic society. Democratic. Okay, so what is the worst type of leader you can imagine? Wilson, what do you think about this question?
Worst type of leader, it is the autocracy. It is that what he said? Autocracy, just like
can you make some examples about like what type of actions they
maybe
have? Just like Putin or the President Xi, they just hold a political power and military power to control the entire country, and don't share and just share the power with a few people. So I mean, that is the disadvantage of communist society.
A communist.
communism.
Communism, right?
Yeah, communism.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you're saying that they don't really listen, or you don't have any input. Their
Yes.
people do
Yeah.
not have any input. They can't really say or freely express their thoughts or ideas.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it could be that in a I guess in a working environment where the general manager says one thing and people can't really give their own opinions. So that would be a worse type of leader. Like he doesn't listen to anyone's opinions.
Yes. But the companies I worked before and now it is more freedom, and we can share idea anytime. So we can ask question and find a problem quickly. So I never face the situation like a communism society.
Okay. Yeah, I think maybe now I'm not sure. Maybe more traditional companies may be like that. But I
Yeah.
think most startups or younger, if it's a younger company, then most of the people are more open to ideas. So okay, so do you think you can be a good leader? Evan, what do you think about yourself? Do you think you're a good leader?
I think I'm not confident that I'm a good leader because when I was in university, I've been the chair of medical association, medical students association. So, and also the leader of the volunteer team that I said. So I'm that the loser that failed to lead a volunteer team to communicate all the members that we have a very very good goal and we can pursue in university. So from this experience, I learned that I'm not good at communicate with people. I mean that maybe I can work in a team and I'm maybe pretty good at communicating with people to to uh, to do a project. But if I want to set a goal for a team and tell them that this goal is very valuable, and I think that is not my type because I believe that everyone have their uh, different priorities in their life. So I think I just think it's kind of I don't think that we can learn. It's kind of nature of people. Some people they are very good at telling you that wow this is good and you should buy it. For example, some people they are very good seller, good so they can when they selling you a product they can tell you not only the product but also some stories behind the product. So I'm not this kind of people. So that is why I think for me maybe I'm not a very good leader to but from this point I have a different idea that I think maybe there are different types of leaders. Some leaders they are good at to run a company that is very stable, and some leaders they are very good at creating a new company. They are entrepreneurs. So I think I'm not the kind of leader that can create a new business or to become entrepreneurs, but I'm good at to run a company that is very stable. And so I think during the experience of being a leader in university, this experience makes me to know more about myself.
Okay, makes me know more about myself. You don't need to know more about yourself. Okay, great. So leadership is not a popularity contest. Leadership is not about necessarily being the loudest in the room, but instead being the bridge or the thing that is missing in the discussion and trying to build a consensus from there. Okay, very interesting. So I would like each of you to explain one quote. I'll have Wilson, you can explain the first quote and then have Evan explain the second quote, and let me know if you agree or you disagree. Okay. So Wilson, the first one.
I agree, because leadership is how to show your charisma and how to get trust from other people or your environment you work with, and what you want, what you can sacrifice and devote yourselves to other people, not just care about the advantages and the numbers. You need to devoting yourself. You need to sacrifice, and the core value you sacrifice is you want to do for these people from your bottom heart. And for example, just like we know about heroes and leaders around the world and in the history, and they always sacrifice himself or herself, and someone will ask why you do that, and all the answer is they will do the same for me. So I mean that is the sacrifice power, and you know, the leadership is not get the eyeballs from people. So it is more about trustful and sacrifice and devoting yourself. Yes.
Interesting. Evan, what about the second quote here?
Yeah, I agree with the quote. Yeah, I think it is true that being the loudest in the room do not necessarily translate to communication, and being loudest usually make people discomfort or being anxious, and it is not good for a leader to step into more communications with people. So I think being the bridge and trying to build a consensus need listening to people, not only speak loudly. So I totally agree with the quote.
Okay, great. So here, explain each piece of advice given by the speaker using one sentence. Okay, so it talks about a couple of these points. The first one is to be transparent. So can you explain what does it mean to be transparent, Wilson, in one sentence? So choose your words carefully.
Communicate and make a decision, let everyone knows.
That everyone knows, makes it that everyone knows. Okay, everyone knows about. So everyone is
Yeah.
very transparent to all. Okay, Evan, what about the second point here? Act with urgency.
Act with urgency means a leader should solve a problem immediately. They cannot wait for others to help them. So yeah, you mean using one sentence? Yeah, I mean that if a leader they just wait, and others will they just wait, it cannot solve the problem because the problem is there. So as a leader, they should when they meet a problem, they should act with urgency. Means that they should try to understand the problem and try to solve the problem immediately. If not, the problem will become bigger and will become more difficult in the future.
Okay. Right. So try to keep it short and to the point. Okay. So the third one is follow your values. Wilson.
Just think about what our original goal is. When every time you face some problem and you don't know how to make a forward decisions, you just think about what is your original goal. So I think you will find a way.
Can you shorten that in one sentence? What are you trying to say?
Just think about your original goal.
Your original goal. Okay.
Yeah.
Share the power, Evan.
Yeah, I think sharing the power means leaders should trust their subordinates, so they can give them the power to make decisions, and because they are on the front line, so they know the exact fact. So that is a more effective way to run a business or a project. So in a sentence, I think it just trust your members.
Trust your members, right? Trust your members. So sometimes it's better to let go and to let the people that you are leading do their jobs, or to trust them with their abilities, I think. Okay, great. So before we talk about more, I think I want to move on to the debate first. So I want to let you guys have 1 minute to choose the one you think is the most important characteristic. Okay, so here there's 10. I guess I'll let you choose one. Okay, so Wilson, choose one. Tell me which one you want out of these 10. And then Evan, you choose one, as long as you guys don't choose the same one.
Mm.
Okay, so Wilson, what are you going to choose?
I gonna choose influence.
Influence. Okay.
Yeah.
Evan?
Hmm. I think communication.
That's a good one. Okay, great. Give you guys 1 minute, and then come back to the classroom and we're going to have the debate. Okay,
Okay.
great.